Welcome to the AAM Chicago Auto Show update. I'm Garrett Dungee, the insurance sector analyst. This is Afrim Ponik, our auto sector analyst, and today we'll be discussing some new developments in the auto sector as well as the auto insurance sector. So, Afrim, are you noticing anything new for 2020 for the U.S. auto sector?
We are not as optimistic as we were in the past couple updates that we've done at this show. Actually, in a podcast we did just a couple months ago, we went negative, the auto industry, and we expect lower sales to the tune of 3 to 4%. The reason being, autos have gotten too expensive. People cannot afford them. Even with the car incentives going up, we still see the cars coming off lease becoming competitive enough that it keeps a cap on the new car sales. In addition, you got a mature industry that's had a very good run for the past few years. So we expect a still healthy level given we have a strong consumer in the U.S., but not like it was last year.
So as long as that consumer stays strong, we should see a support level there for sales in 2020.
Absolutely. So we're calling somewhere between 16.3, 16.5 million auto sales in the U.S. for 2020 compared to 17 million in 2019.
Great. So we've been walking around this auto show for the past couple of days. We've talked with company representatives. We've been in and out of just about every car on the floor. What are you noticing? Are there new trends? Anything that you really want to point out?
Yes, and we've come here for the past 3 years, and the one thing that stands out is how many electric vehicle introductions this year versus the prior years. We saw almost none in 2018. We saw 2 or 3 in 2019, and this year, only around the show, there's about 7 to 8 new electric plug-in vehicles. And that is with Tesla not being here, Mercedes not being here, BMW not being here, and Volvo not being here, and all of them have electric vehicles. Another interesting trend is that you have ranges from $25,000 for a new electric vehicle, very competitive to combustion engine, all the way to mid 100s, thousands, which is this vehicle behind us. It's like the star of the show, I guess, probably $150,000 to $175,000 worth, garnering a lot of interest. And the ranges go anywhere from 160 miles all the way to 350, 400 miles for some of these new models. The second trend that's interesting, and as you probably noticed, Hyundai did a Super Bowl commercial where their new Sonata had some amazing technology and safety features introduced at a price range that it's very reasonable, at $30,000. Priorly to get the technology, you had to pay $45,000, $50,000. And it brings me to a question. What do you think this new safety driver assist features do for accidents in general? Are we seeing any trends?
Yeah, absolutely. I think with the introduction of these driver assistant systems, you should see a reduction in accidents. The biggest cause of accidents is humans. 94% of accidents are caused by human error. So as you take that human element out of the picture, we should see that frequency of accidents start to dial down. And some insurers estimated they would see greater than 30% reduction as these new technologies are become standard on cars.
Interesting. So should we expect pricing to decline on auto insurance as a result of this lower frequency?
I think it definitely will, but we're not seeing that yet. That could be due to a couple reasons. The first being that there's not enough of these cars on the road yet, and therefore there's not enough data to price these technologies accurately. Second, I think as you introduce these new technologies, the average price of that vehicle has increased, so the average cost of the repair has increased. Typically they're putting these sensors in the bumpers, side mirrors, windshields, places where when an accident occurs are likely to get damaged. So the repair cost has gone up twofold, and I just don't think actuaries are comfortable calculating that the benefits of these new technologies are going to be greater than the extra cost to repair these items.
So you're telling me that if I buy a new Hyundai, that $30,000 that has all this wonderful safety features and technology, I will not be getting a discount or a meaningful discount on auto insurance for it?
Yeah, don't get your hopes up high yet, but I do think there are exciting developments in the insurance industry that are worth mentioning where you could get those discounts. We're seeing new entrants, disruptors, innovators coming into the insurance industry. Some of our clients actually are bringing out these usage-based models that allow the insurer to price based on the miles driven, the time of day, the location that the driver is driving in, and the driver behavior. So with that, in addition to 5G rolling out nationwide over the next couple years, and the ability to use real-time data, we should see really innovative underwriting models coming out in the future.
Interesting. So just to summarize what we spoke about here today, we expect the auto industry to have a weaker sales this year. We are seeing a lot of introduction in electric vehicles at different price ranges, at different mile ranges. We are not seeing price reduction as a result of all the safety features introduced in the lower priced models, and we might have just told you a way to save on your car insurance. Thank you, and if any question come along, reach out to anybody at AAM.